I promise you I would not look like this unless I had to be naked in most of my movies.
I got a flask thrown at my face, and I did one of these, like, I'm a gentle girl, and then, you know.
Most important piece of advice that you should be told by, like, other moms should clue you in on is the first poop.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not talking about the babies. We're talking about yours after delivery.
No one tells you that, but honest to God.
As someone that has to work out as for a job, I promise you I would not look like this unless I had to be naked in most of my movies, mostly. And like, at some point I got to get better at acting so I don't have to be naked in all of them. But she is just incredible. I mean, I literally get to work out as a job, and it's still hard. And I can't imagine people that have a 9-to-5 job, have kids at home, and then where do they get the energy and the time to actually, like, you know, focus on themselves? And I just think it's really beautiful what she's doing.
Absolutely, and you get it, you're a dad. This, like, there's a lot of time, like, just for work, and then you're a dad. It's like, it's a lot, like, and to fit everything in. So do you do like massive cheat days? Because Dwayne Johnson was on here, and he showed me his cheat day, and I was like, first of all, I would barf if I ate all the things he ate on his cheat day. But do you have massive ones?
I sometimes do, not like massive ones, because I think as I'm getting older, it's really getting, like, everything I pick up, I just go, oh, that's like 2 more miles that I have to run or ride. And it's like, I just start looking at things like they're just actual miles and time that I have to work out. So I will pick the days, and I will pick very specific things. I love cake, but but yeah,
I hear your hobby these days, though. I mean, I know all of us have been in pandemic, whatever, and I hear your hobbies lately have been kind of nerdy, so I'm very excited to know.
I feel like my hobbies were always nerdy. I did grow up, like, reading graphic novels, and my older sister was really into X-Men comics, and so I got into comics young.
I love X-Men.
I'm a big reader also, just in general. So I'm not usually on TV a lot, like watching TV or watching movies. I do a lot of reading, super dorky.
Right on.
But
Me too.
One of my favorite things that everyone gives me a hard time about, and I'm dying to go there as soon as I can, to Harry Potter Land and Universal. I am a crazy Harry Potter
I'm a Gryffindor.
fan. I'm Avi.
You're a Gryffindor?
Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor too.
Okay, I have the whole thing.
Do you have a cape?
I have a cape, the scarf, the wand.
Do you have a coffee mug?
I have everything, Megan. I'm literally, I just took my kids to Legoland, and I will tell you this, I am the child of the group. I have a 5 and 6-year-old.
Yeah.
I am the toddler of the group. I get so excited, like way more excited than they get.
It's actually super divisive, like when you do your house, which house you're in, like amongst your family, because anyone that gets sorted into
Slytherin
is very upset about it.
I love Gryffindor. I was kind of bummed because I was so basic about it. I knew I was going to be a Gryffindor. I thought, I don't know. I was kind of like, all right.
Brave,
all right.
courageous, adventurous.
She's like,
that's Harry's
these are
house.
the things we are. Do you get more excited than your boys, or do they?
They don't care yet. They're too young. They don't understand.
See, my kids are kind of.
But they understand that I'm obsessed, so every gift they get me for Mother's Day or Christmas is Harry Potter themed. So I get Harry Potter mugs or Harry Potter journals, or I got like a quill for my birthday.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I full on got an owl. Whatever. Last year was the 25th anniversary of Clueless. I know that you have had to talk about this film like I talk about since you've been gone in my career, so I get that you're probably over it, but I will say the very first car I ever bought myself was because of you, and it was the white Jeep. Yep, like everyone else. I was a basic bitch. But I was like, I want that Jeep so badly. But do you still keep up? It was such a great cast, and a lot of them have gone to do so many amazing things. So, like, do you still keep up with the castmates, or no?
We hadn't seen each other in a really long time, and then Donald Faison and Breckenmeyer and Paul Rudd and I all went to Chicago about a year ago or something. And I was so lucky to be with those three. There they are, the Goofies. They are so funny, and they made fun of me a lot because we all had to go on stage to talk about the film. And Brecken and Donald were talking. Well, Donald was talking about this birthday party that he had and saying that I was there and remember this and remember that, and I didn't remember any of it. And Paul Rudd at one point turned to me, because then he was talking about another part of the movie, and he said, were you even there? Like, do you remember the movie? I said, I do. But I had the best time with those guys. They're so funny and so sweet.
But it's interesting that you say that, because I don't remember everything either, but and you don't know that you're gonna be a part of one of the biggest movies in pop culture. You know, you don't know that when you're shooting it.
No.
Like, you're not like, I must hold on to this because I will be talking about this in 30 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't think like that. But
No.
it's such an unforgettable movie. It's such a great movie.
Thank
But and you have two new movies coming out. So you're busy. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, so one of them is Hits the Fan, and another
Which
one.
is a great title.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting sort of thriller film, sexy. I can't wait to see that come together. And then The Requiem, which is an adventure, or more a survival kind of, with a shark.
I'm
The Requiem
in.
being shark, yeah. And I got so hurt making this movie, and it was so freezing cold, and it was so exciting. It was the time of my life, because this director is incredible.
Why did you get so hurt?
Oh, because I'm not in shape. And
Oh, I am.
And I'm not quite in shape for it. I'm not an action. It was like I didn't realize it was an action film until I was doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, so that one is I can't wait. And then Babysitter's Club 2.
Yeah.
So I just finished shooting that, yeah.
That's so cool. Well, Juliana, so is your son, do you embarrass him? Do you ever?
He says I don't embarrass him. I will threaten to embarrass him all the time.
Keep him in line.
Just to keep him in line. The only thing that embarrasses him is when he was like 3, we got a video of him running around the yard with his sun hat on, totally naked, chasing after his grandparents' dog, and with just everything hanging out. And I have it, and I always say, just know that I will play that video for sure at some point, like either your
Graduation.
or your wedding or something. But I actually said to him the other day, I was like, would it embarrass you if I was doing something we were walking in the street in New York, and he goes, Mom, no, you're in a mask. Like right now, nothing embarrasses him.
Nobody knows.
The only thing that upsets him is if anyone's ever rude to people. He gets very upset.
That's great.
Yeah, and calls them all Karens. He's like, oh my God, that woman spoke to that taxi driver. She's such a Karen.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know what Karen was until he taught me 2 years ago. I was like, what's a Karen? I didn't know.
Oh my gosh.
And
I know.
He's like, you better never be a Karen. I was like, I'm not.
Then you'll embarrass him. So Sarah, what was your worst gig? Did you have like any hecklers or?
Oh my God, I've had just I play like mellow ballads as a career choice. Like, just imagine the crowds that like, Anyway, I have several moments that come to mind. One is that we were doing like a springtime show where on a college campus they usually pair pretty disparate artists so that everybody on the campus has something to look forward to. And I was opening for 3-6 Mafia, and I was playing a ukulele at the time.
Wait.
You're welcome.
Wait. Oh my God, you opened for 3-6 Mafia?
Yes.
That's my favorite
did.
thing. Oh my God. Yeah, but 3-6 Mafia, what a juxtaposition of genres. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a flask thrown at my face, and I did one of these like, I'm a gentle girl, and then avoiding injury. And that was one of the times I think I cut a song out of my set at the end because I was like, this is not going well. Anyway, so that was one of my. I've done all kinds of just terrible gigs, but that was one that pops to the top of my mind.
Well, Mother's Day is around the corner, so what are you getting your mom? Don't let her down.
Well, it used to be when I was younger, anything made her happy. I could pick dandelions out of the yard, I could bake her something, I could make her pancakes, but now all she wants is celebrity male attention.
What?
That's all she cares about. Because
What does that mean?
I took her to meet Blake Shelton at The Voice one year, and since then,
Since then, she gave up celebrities.
She gave up regular men. All she wants is celebrities. All she will talk about. That's all she's touched Justin Timberlake.
She's touched.
Oh, his security tried to stop her. They could not. They could not. And right now, her big gift, she wants me to find a way to get LeBron James for her. So that's partially I'm here.
I love your mother right now. The 3 men you just mentioned couldn't be more different from the other.
No, she says that she gets older, you know, she's just open. She's like Baskin Robbins, give me a little spoon of every flavor.
She wants to try the flavor. I love it. But I have to talk about this because I am obsessed with superhero stuff. I'm a total child at heart. And you're playing a superhero in it's Jupiter's Legacy. And are you excited? Have you ever done a superhero thing before?
I mean, I was in Iron Man, but I mean, look at that getup.
But you've never been like, have you been the one with like powers? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the first time, I guess I thought like maybe I'd missed the window of like, I was too old to like, you know, fly and stuff like that. But it was so fun. And I kind of love a woman in her 40s getting to kick ass and be this super mother, super badass, super woman. Yeah. And wearing that, I mean, I secretly love to fly and to be put in those harnesses and get to like kick butt and take names. It's really fun.
Absolutely.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I was in the shower and I was getting out of the shower as Sam was coming into the shower and he slipped and I don't know, we started laughing because I just like caught him with my arm. And he looked at me, his eyes got as big as saucers. He's like, you just saved my life. He was like, Jesus, you were like a superhero. I don't know what happened. I was like, I've got cat-like reflexes. I'm like.
Well, I have to ask this question because I love Get Out. But do your kids get nervous after everyone saw that introducing their boyfriends or girlfriends to you?
Well, you know, when they bring someone over, I sit them down for.
Oh my God.
For a
I hope and pray that you actually do that.
I actually, one of the guys who was a photographer on the set stole one of these and gave this to me, and I cherish it because it makes all my kids' dates uncomfortable.
That film messed me up. I was like, whoa.
It feels like everybody always has advice and things to tell a pregnant woman like we're just open to it. I say just be polite and ignore everybody. But I was at Trader Joe's and this guy was helping me with my groceries. No, I didn't know his name till I looked at his name tag, but he felt he could tell me where I needed to put olive oil right before I delivered the baby.
What?
Turns out olive oil can go in pasta and various parts of your
anatomy
of your orifices. And I thought to myself, have you any idea that? Also, that sounded like an awesome idea. I did listen to him a little bit, but at the end of the day, I was like, you're not my OBGYN, you're just a guy at Trader Joe's, but you feel like you're comfortable enough to tell me this very graphic birth story.
We always think that like the most important piece of advice that you should be told by like other moms should clue you in on is the first poop.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not talking about the babies, we're talking about yours after delivery.
No one tells you that, but honest to God.
Don't scare her.
You can't. We're going to tell you scaring her. Prepare yourself. Why do you think you learn how to breathe?
It's for, I mean, my son was 7'4" when he was born, and that first poop was like an 8'6".
100%.
People don't warn you. It is a weird experience for your body afterwards. You're like, what? Yep, I'm still here, just waiting for you to subscribe. If you don't, I'll be trapped in this box forever.